Welcome everyone. Christine here with Classic Fresh Season of Mastery, which actually shows up here as an event, bonus event. Quest experience increased by 25%.
Have a good one.
Now, it is interesting having a faster leveling speed in the 1 to 10 zone as well. I'm pretty certain that Burning Crusade doesn't actually have that. So now we do have a faster leveling speed in that area. So here we are. The lag is already starting to set in. There's a lot of people over here killing wolves. And yes, I am a human female paladin because what else could I be? Ah man, classic. Feels like classic launch all over again. Let's just say that this should be an indication of how popular vanilla is. Hold on, do I not have an auto load on? Controls, yeah, no I didn't. Okay. I like that the swans are almost instant. That's nice. I wonder if there's any layers, or if any. Dwarf female with pigtails. No. I refuse. I know the advantages of going dwarf. It's an animation thing, isn't it? Because they only have one specific animation. And so I don't exactly understand the benefits of that. Yeah, hardcore raider doesn't get the benefit of having a certain animation. I really don't get it. Maybe it's just being able to cast different types of spells and having more fun guessing. What the fuck do I know anyway? Yes, Alliance. Hello, Lina. Nice seeing you here. The WoW lurker has returned. WoW has returned to the channel. Well, for a bit anyway. So from what I understand, the beta is gonna last 2 days. If that's true, then I'm not gonna get any fucking sleep over the next 2 days. We'll see. I'm just drinking some coffee right now. I swear, I'm gonna do a fucking Defias Brotherhood. No, I'm gonna do the Dead Mines. Oh man, the lag is real and the lag is vicious. Yeah, if you're telling me that's 135 milliseconds. Though, to be fair, it isn't Madbox. No thanks. Level 2, ladies and gentlemen. Level 2. So, one of the things I think they should do for the sake of Classic, though, and I might make a whole video on the kind of changes that I believe should be implemented. But one of the things I absolutely believe they should implement is shared quest drops. Plain and fucking simple. Just what it says. You got the quest item, and increasing the quest item drop chances. You want people to do quests, and yes, having better experience from quests will help greatly in that, but consider this. 25% faster, 25% quest experience. I don't think it's gonna be enough, considering everything. Like, I really don't think. A lot of quests in vanilla are just plain fucking awful. It is better, and it will certainly incentivize people to quest. If you want to incentivize people to quest and not do dungeons, let me just say this. I was doing Scarlet Cathedral while leveling. Granted, I was in Dream State at the time. Top tier guild, had a good group, all that kind of stuff. Had the shaman, all that shit. I was doing Scarlet Cathedral in less than 12 minutes. Right. And we stopped because we were getting locked in. We're starting to get locked in. And we went to Zul'Farrak for, what was it, a day? I think there's some streams that I still have of that. And we went to Zul'Farrak for an entire day. We did that in a raid, granted, but still. We did exploit some stuff. But let me just say this plainly. If you believe 25% quest experience compares to that, to the speed of that, then you are sorely fucking mistaken, Blizzard. Now, Burn Crusade was a step in the right direction, don't get me wrong, but yeah. Baby steps, right? I mean, actually, as far as some people are concerned, what they're doing is gonna ruin the purity of Classic. Yeah, fuck the purity of Classic. It needs changes. Though actually, the big change that they're making, one of the biggest changes they're making besides the advanced timelines, what's the buff? The buff is 25% quest experience. It's just basically their way of implementing the quest experience. Give everyone a 25% quest XP buff. So when it comes to that though, I don't believe it's gonna be good enough. But yeah, in terms of the biggest change, the decision to remove world buffs from raiding, believe it or not, no, you do not need an active account to play the beta. I don't have an active account. It's an open beta. You can play it if you want. I think what they're trying to do right now with this, they're trying to figure out leveling speeds. That's the reason. That's the whole purpose here. I'll tell you this, Lina. If you think someone can't get to 60 in 2 days, you are sorely mistaken. They can, and they fucking will, I imagine. Yeah. I mean, it's still the same Classic, though it is going to be a markedly better experience for leveling. Like, usually what you do as a human player is you do all the quests in Elwyn, right? Then you travel to Westfall, you get maybe the flight point, you do some quests there, etc, etc. You get to about 12, 14, right? Something along those lines. 13. Then you go, the best thing you can do after that is you should go to Loch Madan. The Trogs here, oh, it's capped at level 30. RIP! Well, I'll tell you what, I'm gonna get level 30 on my Paladin, and then I'm gonna get level 30 on my fucking Warrior. Yes, I will level a Warrior, I swear to God, I will level a human female Warrior. Just because I can. And you know, some people say, oh, why not Dwarf Constant? To which my reply would be, I have tried Dwarf before, I got Thunder Fury on the Dwarf, believe me, you have no idea how horrible it feels to play with the Thunder Fury on the Dwarf. You have not experienced the pain. But Dwarves are awesome! No, they're not! They're awesome in theory, but in practice they fall short of what you want. So the beta is capped at level 30. Okay, no problem. Give me 4 hours and a proper leveling group, I'll get you to 40. Yeah, I'm exaggerating a bit, but all the same, holy shit, this is horrible. Well, at least it's female. Yeah, male human just, like, honestly, human female has, like, this is what I feel about human female. Human female has genuinely the best fucking tanking animations. I know, I'm playing a Paladin right here in Classic. I know I'm not gonna tank, well, mostly. Actually, will the Blessing of King stuff work? I wonder. I really don't want to push that shit, but yeah. But what I was saying, by the way, earlier about how removing world buffs is actually bringing it more closer towards actual classic. Towards actual vanilla. Well, here's the thing about world buffs in actual vanilla. They were rarely fucking used in raids. Like, very rarely. Organizing a guild to get the world buffs could be a challenge. We didn't have all those fancy spreadsheets and Discord and all that. Getting people on voice chat to begin with was a challenge. A lot of people didn't have mics. A lot of people had really crappy headphones or whatever. Yeah. Yeah. So the idea that you would, so the whole thing about world buffs being used on every raid, I don't think anyone in the world, any guild in the world did that, or anything close to that. Some people would try and get some world buffs every raid, that's absolutely true, there would always be some people. Too weak to level 40, no. Anyway. So, removing world buffs is more in line to what was actually happening in vanilla. World buffs were only really used by guilds when they were on progression. Like, that was the time when a guild would pop an F head or a ZG head, right? Like, they would... I remember, like, I didn't really raid in vanilla, but I knew people that did, and I knew the stories from what they've told me. I admit, I raided some ZG, some Molten Core, some AP20. Nothing fancy. Like, nothing special, and I pugged that shit. We didn't have world buffs then, in any of those raids. We could get them, some of us could get them if we got this right, like if some fancy guild was popping theirs, but generally guilds would pop them either to get farming done faster, if they were stuck on some hard boss like 4 Horsemen, or maybe Nefarian, or anything like that, right? Twin Imps, Cafoon, etc. They would pop some world buffs to deal with those, right? When they had on farm. They would drop them for specific bosses. Or, more likely and more often than not, what would happen is a guild would be progressing a boss. They would spend some hours getting that boss progression down. Yeah, no thanks. I'm not doing fucking 40-man Hogger. Fuck that shit. 2004 called it once it's Hogger raid back. So removing world buffs is actually more aligned to how raids would actually be, because raids would only use them really for a couple of bosses that they would get stuck on, but they would only use them for like a good attempt once they had spent several hours, if not several days, weeks progressing on a boss. They would then go put the world buffs to try and secure the kill. Nothing was more fun than ganking a buffed raid. Yeah, but a buffed raid was pretty fucking rare. Wasn't it? Tell me I'm wrong. I really don't think I am, but do tell me if I am wrong. What the fuck do I know? I played vanilla for about a year. I mostly fucked around. I was a teen. What do I know? Now some people are like, oh, but it's gonna kill the world PvP. World PvP has been shit in WoW. It might have worked back then when people didn't take the game ultra seriously, when a lot of us had the tendency to fuck once a month, yeah. You think a faster timeline might make the botting, gold selling, buying less of a present, since it's going to be shorter reset and presumably a reset to fresh once it's over. Well, here's what I'd want. Now, let me just say this. I don't think it will have as much of an impact on gold selling as you think. Maybe we'll avoid the gold DKP runs, hopefully, but look. Let me just say this as a reality that people need to understand about gold selling. And this is gonna come out in a harsh way, people are not gonna like it. Gold selling will fucking exist because people don't want to spend the fucking time to farm. Plain and simple. Back then, different era. A lot of us were younger. We had more time. All that shit. It also wasn't the min-max culture it is today. People still bought gold to that extent. Nowadays, When in any decent guild, you're expected to bring a fuck ton of consumables and all that kind of shit and spend a lot of time in crafted gear and all that, let alone the top guilds, yeah. Like I have people, I've played with people. I'm not gonna name names, not gonna even tell you which guilds they are. But I've played with people in casual guilds and hardcore guilds, all the same. And what I've been told, and the perspective on buying gold is this: I have $20,000 in my bank account. I can spend the money. I'm not wasting my fucking life farming gold in a video game. That's a thing. That is the reason gold selling and gold buying exists. People don't give a shit to farm anymore. They might want to play Classic for all the qualities it has, but this is a problem Classic does have. It's very fucking grindy in terms of gold. The avenues for getting gold are the avenues for getting gold. Francois, I'm not gonna comment on your statement. Let's just say that that's a fairly mild statement compared to what actually goes down. I'm not saying you're wrong, though. You are absolutely fucking right. But let me ask you this: do you think a guild like Progress doesn't buy gold? No, they probably fucking sell it. Yes, sell it.
You need something? Have a good one.
And one of the things I heard from people who know people in Blizzard, not regards to Classic, mind you, retail actually. One of the things I heard with regards to retail, Blizzard fucking knows. Blizzard knows that people are buying and selling gold. They know. They don't give a shit. The company policy is to not give a shit. That's what I've heard from people who know people in Blizzard. How much value you want to put in that statement is all on you. Personal perspective, it wouldn't surprise me at all if that was the case. Look, Blizzard fucking knows it's going on.
Go with honor, friend.
If you're telling me they can't pay attention to like the people in, like, I would get it, right? They can't pay attention to all the guilds. But if you're telling me they're not paying attention to fucking Method, that they can't pay attention to, say, a guild like Method and scan their members and figure out who's actually getting gold, buying or selling gold, yeah, bullshit.
For the Alliance, well met. Light bless you. Greetings.
And the problem, by the way, with that, though, the issue with that happening, now you might think, oh, what's the problem? Well, the issue is that what top guilds do always has a trickle-down effect. It always has. And I say this as someone who's played a fucking paladin tank. That one of the worst things that I dealt with during the days of Burning Crusade.
See you later.
One of the worst things I dealt during the days of Burning Crusade is this: that Nihilum didn't believe in the idea of using a paladin tank. The reason didn't matter to them. They were using a warrior, that's what worked for them, that was good enough for them. Okay, what they did as a guild, that's their decision. Kungan being this big ass warrior, alright, whatever. That's not relevant. The relevant part is that everyone looked at them and everyone's like, oh, we're just gonna follow what they're doing, right? And that had an enormous impact on the overall community in a fairly negative way for paladin tanks. Why does it matter here why does it matter if top guilds are buying and selling gold? In retail and classic, you name it. Why does it matter? Well, the answer to that is because they have so much gold, they're pushing themselves and they're pushing their players to do crazy shit. You know, all those guilds that are flasking up using flasks as a mana potion. I swear to God, I hope that isn't in fucking Classic Fresh. I really, really hope that isn't in Classic Fresh. All those people, how do you think they can afford that? And that just creates a really horrible meta and a really horrible community and impacts the overall raiding scene in a really bad way. Because if that's the most efficient way to play the game, and if people are more or less cheating, right, breaking the terms of service, to achieve something like that because very few people can afford that kind of cost. I've known people who can farm a fuck ton of gold naturally and have it legitimately, but they are very rare in any. Probably people who could make a fortune on crypto, but what the fuck do I, or investing in general. Okay, so the game is laggy right now. What can I say? Anyway, I'm just ranting, killing kobolds, ranting. I'm having a good night. It's been a good day. It's been a good day. Hopefully it doesn't end on a sour note. I'm looking at huge ship, crypto coin, going up and down, going like a maniac. Let me just say that I hate. Sometimes you gotta hate the crypto market. One, from what I can tell. I think it's one for each region right now. That's why there's so many people. At least there was only one that I saw when I logged in. I read the story to do some crypto shit because Blizzard nerfed. What? So you started doing crypto because Blizzard nerfed your class? That's interesting. I started doing crypto because I didn't have any game to play. And New World is a fucking mess performance-wise. So I'm just kind of waiting for Age of Empires 4 really at this stage, or the launch of Classic Fresh later this year. I think when it comes to a faster, like, okay, sorry Eric, just to get to your point, do I think a faster timeline is gonna help, or do I think a faster timeline is gonna make it worse? I don't think it's necessarily gonna have either or impact. Honestly, I don't think it's necessarily gonna be bad, or I can't tell you right now. Like, I genuinely can't say how it's gonna play out. I think there are some things Blizzard should consider in terms of helping the community. They've talked about more nodes of herbs and veins. That's good. Don't think it's enough, right? Like, here's the thing. Blizzard has talked about doing certain things to improve the situation in general, but I think they need to do more. They need to have more loot drops, more items dropping from raids. So to account for the fact we're gonna get a raid, what, every, I don't know, like we're gonna get, what, Blackwing Lair 4 months in, something like that? AQ 4 months after that, next 4 months after that. I'm just saying. So they should probably do that. I think a faster timeline is certainly gonna make a better raid experience. How it's gonna affect the gold farmers and all that. Well, one of the things I will say is this. You remove world buffs, right, from the game. What that's gonna lead to by that decision is gonna lead to the following. That decision will lead to less warrior spamming in raids. Because the reason you spam warriors in a classic raid is because they scale very fucking well with world buffs. You remove world buffs, that's not quite as powerful this time around. Maybe I should focus on PvP myself. Grand Marshal Costin, the Sleepless Crusader. Maybe. Give me $1 million in crypto and I do it. Who fucking knows? I swear. On a personal note, I've invested my investment money in SHIB, which is the next Dogecoin. It has the potential to blow up in an enormous amount. If it does, then Millionaire Costin on a fucking coin with the dog's face. I swear I will never live that down. I'll take the money, but holy crap, would that be awkward. But if that happens, yeah, I'll get Grand Marshal. I'll work on that. Or maybe I'll get a life. Quit gaming altogether. Become a recluse. I don't know. Let's see. So, more Cobalt workers, ladies and gentlemen. What was the name of the questing add-on? Because I know that... Questy, right? Yeah, Questy. Is there a version of it for the beta? Imagine if you bought Bitcoins from the start. Fun fact, I knew a guy. I'm not gonna say his name or where I met him. I played with a guy. Just leave it there. I played with a guy, he did that. I'm like, what the fuck are you doing with your life? He still worked. He still had the normal working schedule, all that kind of stuff. I'm like, yeah, I don't know. On the other hand, even when you are filthy rich, you know. Yeah. But yeah, I think right now the crypto market does still have an enormous amount of potential, even for those of us who are still late to the party. Just in general conversation, I'm killing shit. Anyway, so so far level 3, it's slow because there's too many people around. Just saying. Too many people. I know, I should probably just find a spot where one spawns and just kill it there over and over and over and over and over again. Right? That would probably work. Oh. I'll take that spot. Now I will be happy to get Seal of the Crusader. It's open beta, Dave. I just got you just have to install the client for the launcher. That's what I did. I'm not even subscribed to the game anymore. I was quite serious when I said I was quitting WoW. I wasn't fucking around. I will play Classic Fresh when they release it. I admit that. Maybe I won't, I don't know. Kinda undecided. Depends on how other things in my life are looking at that point. I'll be honest. Blizzard needs to redeem themselves. But yeah, I think the faster timeline... What do you boys think about the faster timeline with boys and girls? Well... There's probably a specific version of Questy that you need here. I think you should maybe use the version of... Wait. Let me turn that shit in. I think the TBC version would work. Right. Would need some adjustments to remove the TBC quest, but it could work because this is basically TBC client without all TBC stuff in.
Go with honor, friend.
That's what I think anyway. It's alright. Good luck with opening. You think opening AQ is gonna be a problem? No. I'm sorry, it's not gonna be a problem. I can most assure you of that. Opening AQ is not gonna be an issue. Some materials will be, absolutely, don't get me wrong on that, but we know what we need. So yeah. Yeah, no, I agree with you, Dragon Slayer. I just don't trust Blizzard either. Like, I just, like honestly, I'll be upfront with you guys. The only reason I'm doing this, the only reason I'm even touching Blizzard games with the 10-foot pole is I have a job. I need to earn a living somehow. I'm not quite a crypto millionaire yet. But ultimately, I don't give a flying fuck about Blizzard anymore. That's where I stand. And if they fucking think they're removing a couple of references from their games and some of the innuendo from their games is gonna be good enough, fuck off. In fact, that actually pisses me off because it's such a bullshit PR move that, fuck you. Or renaming McCree in Overwatch, it's like, piss off. I'm not saying what the real McCree did was good or acceptable or anything like that. He was a jackass, basically, but it's like, yeah. I don't like it when people whitewash shit. It's like, oh, let's remove the statue of this person because it makes us feel better. No, fuck that. Even if it's a brutal cunt, keep it. Maybe. Though maybe the reasons. The only argument I accept to that is that it's supposed to be an honorific and the person doesn't deserve it. That's an argument I can accept though, but yeah, still. So Blizzard, you can go fuck yourself with all the shit you've done. Genuinely. Like, here's the thing. The whole thing with the sex scandal and all that, why I've called it the cherry on the cake, so have other people. The reason it's the cherry on the cake is that it just shows how horrible the people that are working in Blizzard are. How the management in Blizzard and Activision is towards their employee. How the employees themselves are towards each other. That's what it shows. Let's be very clear on that. So we have a game made by a bunch of assholes who are arrogant to begin with in general, who think they know best, who treat each other horribly, who are horrible pieces of shit as human beings, who treat their player base with contempt, who have made one crappy game after another, or surprisingly the games that are actually decent. I say decent because Diablo 3 is decent, StarCraft 2 is decent, they've abandoned for shit. They don't give a crap. They fucked up Reforged. They don't give a shit to, yeah. They don't care. They don't care about even the decent products they had. Like StarCraft 2 is still a great game even right now, right? Yeah. So when you have all of that, like, why the flying fuck should I care about their games? You know what? I'll say it. I'll fucking say it. You know, a lot of people like to bash Electronic Arts. You know what? EA can still make good games. EA. When fucking Electronic Arts makes a game that I want to play and Blizzard does not, then I think the issue goes way, way deeper than a fucking fruit portrait. So yeah, go fuck yourself, Blizzard, with that. I'll tell you why they're doing it. I'll tell you why they're doing that sexy portrait bullshit. Because it has fuck all to do with dealing with the root of the issue. The reason they're doing it is for a legal case, for their legal case. Because they're getting sued, remember? Blizzard is getting sued. So why are they doing it? They're doing it to say, oh look, we're a better company now, we're doing all this, so they can walk away with the slap on the wrist. I do have Twitch. I'm not streaming on Twitch right now. Twitch, if I stream on Twitch, I stream with lower quality because YouTube allows me to stream at a higher bitrate than Twitch, so I have to lower the bitrate if I want to stream on Twitch and on YouTube at the same time. Just not interested right now. I might stream on Twitch though, in the future. I mean, I have streamed on Twitch quite consistently, but just not recently. Not the last couple of times. So yeah. It's like, yeah. So with Blizzard, I'm just like, this again? Will you be persistent with Classic? Maybe. We'll see. I don't know. I'll tell you what. One of the things I didn't like about TBC, just from personal note, is I kind of missed the boat to Classic, and just starting TBC was a rough experience. That's something. I missed the boat to Classic. I quit Classic because I couldn't do it at the time. At the time, I wasn't friendly with. Let's just say my WoW content wasn't getting anywhere near the attention it is right now. So yeah. So I had to choose either work or play in a hardcore guild. I chose work. You need to pay the bills. It worked out. It actually worked out. But I do regret it to a degree. I would have loved to play in Dream State throughout the entirety of Classic. I could have played in Dream State throughout the entirety of Classic. You know, gone for all the content, played in a really good guild, all that shit. It's the one thing I actually do regret. And I'm sure that I'll get to a point where I'll regret quitting on salad bakers. I am absolutely certain on that, but... Well, I just couldn't do it anymore. Same deal. Well, also, TBC Classic ended up being a pile of crap. So, yeah.
I supply only the finest goods.
Now, as for what I plan on doing with Classic Fresh, I'll tell you what I'm planning on doing. I'm gonna play the beta when it comes out. If they have a bigger beta, I'll probably play that. And when the whole thing comes out, I'll decide then. And on what level I'm gonna play.
Light bless you.
And that's what I'm gonna do with Classic Fresh. I have no interest in being kind to Blizzard right now. They're a fucking horrible company. Activision is run by an absolute horrible person. And I really don't want to do it. I really don't want to have to do it. Yeah. Being broken in a hardcore guild is absolutely worth it. Yeah. How about this? Since then, I've increased my income by 10 times. Ponder that for a moment. So, yeah. And yes, I think that's worth it more than missing playing Classic and Dream State. And that's actually sad, because I actually spent a good amount of time in Dream State. At one point, I was their main tank. Not in Classic or a vanilla server, but in RAF. And no, I led Dream State on a pro server. On a certain server. Costin here, guild leader of Dream State. It's a story. I'm sure they would disagree with that statement very strongly, but complicated story. Anyway, I actually want to get Judgment. I want to go to the trainer. Is it level 4 or nah? Yeah. Anyway. What was that level 6? I know, I've played a paladin for years. I'm gonna stick with my unmentionable.
What can I do for you?
Clearly.
For the Alliance.
You know what? I'll tell you this much about certain servers, though. It's like, I'm looking at some of the projects being made, and I'm like, you know what? That's kind of what private servers should probably do, those kind of things, right? Like, actually just do some crazy, wacky shit with the game, not just like, oh, rinse, repeat the same shit. See you, friend swap. Nice seeing you. Mm-hmm. What the hell is that guy? Alright. So, is it actually limited to level 30? That's what I want to know. If it is, we can do Scarlet Monastery. I wouldn't be surprised if it was, though. I mean, they have done level limits in their betas before. You know what's annoying? That you actually have to do this fucking quest first. The bandana stuff before you get the grape stuff. And of course, the bandanas don't have 100% drop chance. Maybe Pro Paladin and Classic Fresh. Maybe. We shall see how the Goblin goes. This doesn't look fresh, I'm sure. Well, because it's the same vanilla experience that you all gotten used to. The only difference is this buff. Adventure awaits. 25% quest experience. I wonder why they didn't just change the values. Well, I guess they... That would mean having to change the values of every quest. I suppose it's easier this way. You know what's gonna be sad? When Classic Fresh ends up having a lot more active players than Retail. People didn't want to believe it when it came to BFA and Classic, but I think there's not gonna be any discussion. Shadowlands is gonna be eclipsed by the Classic Fresh player base. Oh, an orc. Oh, someone's having fun. It's a PvE realm, sadly, so you can't actually kill him. Why not go for broke? Because this is Blizzard we're talking about. Why do you ask questions to which you already know the answer to? Why does Blizzard not put effort to make one Classic? Because they want this to be cheap. Yeah, that dude came all the way from Durotar over here just say sup. Fresh Classic is an anti-Final Fantasy 14 move. You know what? You're not wrong. And an anti-New World move, you could say. But you're not wrong. You're absolutely not wrong with what you're saying there, FIFA. If only I started with short skills. Like, I swear, you know what I would do? I would give everyone every weapon skill in the game. I know. Casualization, but you know, it's not a horrible idea to do some things like that. Reduce the grind, make it about the community, the player base, make it better. Don't make it faster, necessarily crazy fast in terms of leveling, but push it towards a community-driven leveling experience as opposed to just going into a dungeon, getting stuck in for the next 30 hours. If you're telling me that's fun, no. As someone who has done it multiple times, no. Are you going to one day level at 58 rag? I don't know. I don't know if that's gonna be possible, honestly. Remember, they're buffing content. Yeah, but Dragon Slayer. Blizzard is a tiny indie company. It's a tiny itty bitty company. They can't afford to make WoW 2. That would be beyond their ability. The one person working in the basement in chains. Who is this guy? Passed in hardcore challenge, clearly. Tell you what, I'm not gonna die for a while. I think I'll leave the hardcore challenge to Crix though. And Silver and all those other guys. It's not my thing, really. I can appreciate them. Hell, I've been watching a YouTuber called Giant Crank Games. He's gotten me playing StarCraft 2 again, imagine that. Actually played a very significant portion of Wings of Liberty, A Legacy of the Void again. Because of him, he does like a challenge mode, like deathless runs or speed runs and all that kind of stuff. It's like, it's actually genuinely entertaining to see him do it. And you'll learn a lot of tricks for that by just following him. It's not my thing though. I am about to fish and play, but yeah. One of the things I would say to people that are watching this, being a hardcore raider will change your life in more ways than one. It can be a negative impact, I'm not going to deny that, but it can also be a very positive one. Because if you're a hardcore raider, a true hardcore raider, aiming for world first, it's not enough to put a lot of time. You need to have a strategy, you need to play well, you need to spend time with logs and all that. You need to play efficiently. You need to push yourself, plain and simple. And that gives you a skill set that's actually very useful to have in life in general. I don't think it's this may surprise people that I'm just gonna say this, but most of the hardcore raiders that I met, or a great majority that at least I talked to in multiple guilds that I played in, there are always quiet people in every guild, right? But most of the people I talked to in the guilds I played in, hardcore guilds, they had jobs, they had lives, they had, you know, many of them relationships, some of them very solid relationships, all that kind of stuff. They were successful people, some of them in very serious positions in their lives. Because ultimately, to be a hardcore raider, to play in a guild environment, you need to be a serious person that's available on time, that has a proper mentality, all that.
Have a good one.
The whole basement dweller trope is just a load of bullshit. Maybe it applied when there were a lot more students in those kind of guilds. There was something like that, but that's no longer the case. People have grown up, let's just say that. So, I have 25% questing experience bonus, right? I am level 5, I might get to level 6 doing this. I'm not feeling the benefit over here just yet. I probably will feel it more once I leave this initial area. Like, how much am I getting? 450. So that is probably insignificant. For a moment, at the very least. It is going to matter a great deal later on, but I don't think... And it's gonna matter at like 20 quarters to be what... Yeah, I mean... I think of it from this perspective. The quests in Western Plaguelands give you what, 10k experience each? So you're looking at 2k experience? No, 2.5k experience boost. And that's on those quests. Yeah, this is not enough. I'm sorry, it just plain isn't enough. I'll play AoE4 when it comes out. Don't worry about that. Whenever that is. Well, I know when it is. I'm looking forward to it, actually. What? The fuck? I mean, we have an orc that came from Durotar all the way here. Why does a night elf surprise you? There's always been night elves coming to the human leveling area. Come on. Okay. I don't play Alliance. Uh-huh. You don't play Alliance. Really? I know you play Nightborn, but don't tell me you don't play Alliance. Yeah, just install the client from the launcher. It's available to anyone. Well, for this one, you just download the client and install it. You just get access. All you need is a Battle.net account and nothing more. It's free. It's available to everyone. That is all that is required. Everyone, please get in line. Please get in line. Hmm. I mean, there's only one server, Daniel. And it is a PvE one. We'll see, Daniel. We'll see. When it comes out, how it comes out, if they're gonna make any more changes, any of that. Cringe and noob recruiting girls. Please end it. Oh man. Invite to the Asmongold lair. Please no. I'd rather actually play the fucking game. Wait, Asmongold streaming this? That's a rhetorical question. I know he's streaming that. Well, it's time for me to go to the Questy Discord and... yeah. Right? Well, there was a guy that was very close to spawn point. He killed it, picked up the head, turn it again. Is there only one server for both NA and Europe? Really? And of course, it's an NA server that we have here.
Safe travels.
Oh dear. Oh dear. I wish Death Camp and Meldron were still playing. Either way, turn in shit. So, usually with this starting area, you can get to level 6 if you kill some mobs, right? If you go out of your way to kill some mobs.
See you around.
Here, I haven't done that. Not quite 6 yet. Granted, the experience bonus means very little at this point, but still. I would double the experience gained in quests. I really would. Maybe 50% for lower levels. Sure. But I would double it past level 10 quests.
What can I do for you?
And that's what I'd do personally.
Have a good one.
It might sound like a lot, but believe it or not, it may even then not be enough.
Can I help you?
You know what I remember? I remember when I first started playing the game, coming to these vendors and looking at all the items that they had for sale and thinking, damn, I want to buy all that shit, right? I want to get all that gear. So I would farm. I would actually farm to sell items to be able to afford that. Go to retail.
Hey there. Safe travels.
This is the strategy to get people playing on retail. It will absolutely work too. Not really. The leveling doesn't feel in any way different so far. But I'm only getting 450 experience per quest right now, or 500. So it's not 25% on that is not really worth all that much. But we'll see. I think it will help me finish this with like level 12 Elwyn. Fast, without me having to go out of my way of killing mobs. The way I think you could look at the leveling experience boost is that you're not going to have to go out of your way to kill mobs in,
Well met.
in the same fashion as
Big
you would
saucer, friend.
before.
Be careful.
Well, that's all there
Hello.
is to say,
Have a
isn't
good
there?
one. Hey there.
I don't think the leveling speed needs to be faster, yeah.
Safe travels. Good day to you. See
All right.
you later.
Bring gold dust.
You need something?
Orcs are... That's awesome. So, that orc went herbing. King's honor, friend. I am gonna go to Stormwind to pick up mining. Because of course I want to pick up mining. Because that's what I fucking do. I mine. Or actually, you know what, fuck it. I'm gonna level mining when the whole thing comes out. I am not touching professions. If there's anything horrible than having to level in WoW again, it's having to level professions again. So yeah, no, fuck that. Profession free this time around. I also feel what I also think they should do in terms of leveling, they should add what they did on retail. When was it? With Wrath, Cataclysm? Either way, what they should do is add the experience that you gain from herbing, mining, BGs, all that shit. They should do that for Classic as well. That's what I think they should do. Now, I know people will disagree. Oh, engineering. Easy, actually. Engineering is the easy one. You know what's fucking painful? Blacksmithing. I've only played with blacksmithing once. And it was enough. It absolutely was enough for me to never want to touch it again. It wasn't even the worst part in terms of like having.
How are you? See you around.
That wasn't even the worst period of when you could have blacksmithing, because it was in Cataclysm. Those belt buckles. I swear I sold like half minute fucking belts. Yeah. There's a guy here. Oh, but the quest starts at this lady friend. Well, you don't. You don't need blacksmithing. But then again, you're a hunter. You then level engineering classic that I would say, or what? Fuck. Yeah. You know what I hate? I hate the fact that Blizzard listened to a bunch of people who are like, oh, having leatherworking mandatory is gonna ruin TBC. So it's like, welcome to Classic, boys and girls. Vanilla, engineering's mandatory. TBC, engineering's mandatory. Wrath, engineering's mandatory. Cataclysm, engineering's mandatory. Do I need to go on? Like, seriously. Thanks, guys. Let's nerf leatherworking. That's gonna result us in having choice. No, it won't. It won't. I'm a bit exaggerating the mandatory thing, but imagine a raid in 25 men with full engineering right now in TBC Classic. Probably very fucking powerful. Unleash the boar killing abilities of the paladin. We shall level to 60 killing boars. Well, at least the spawn rates are pretty good. They need to improve the spawn rates on elites as well, though. It's fucking ridiculous to have a line. I'm not saying I want 1,000 hoggers per hour, but still. How about more than 10 or 20 or however many? Still level 5, by the way. So you want to do this quest first, because it will unlock a quest in the mine. And since you want to go into the mine anyway, then yeah. Did they remove? Yeah, hold on. Alright. I spit on the ground. I mean, I spit on the ground. So spit right now is just spitting on the ground. Ah, Buzzard, you're fucking moronic. It's like, oh, it's gonna improve toxicity. No. It won't. What, were you hoping for anything different, Maximo? I can assure you that you're not gonna get anything different from this company. Alright, level 6. Please tell me laugh still works. Yeah, it still works. Good. We can still laugh. It's not a completely hopeless cause. Oh gosh. Okay, boys and girls, we are done here. Oh, wait, we're not. We gotta pick this up.
How are you? Hey there. See you later.
Young lovers. I wish I was still young. One of the things, the harsh things I've learned this year is relationships with someone that's your age, like 30, is complicated. People develop bad habits once they've gotten to a certain age, especially if they've been on their own for a while. It's really hard to break them. So better to find someone when you're young, I say. You will have an easier time with that, maybe.
Well met. Need help?
Kill
See you around.
Princess must
Good
die.
day to you. See you around.
Maldrena has the most obnoxious laugh. Absolutely.
Need something? Hey there. See you around.
Equal Grandma. Grandma will have the answer. Grandma will always have the answers. Oh, no good and evil. You know, China recently decided,
Farewell.
like, they've implemented a bunch of restrictions in video games. Yeah, wait, yeah, it is real. Classic Fresh is real. I'm playing the beta for Classic Fresh. Welcome. So, what was I gonna say? Square looking for him. Yeah. Yeah, probably. Alright, let's go kill Goldtooth. Nine 9.2 is too far away. Okay. Let's see. Oh yeah, no good and evil. So China recently imposed quite a few restrictions on video games, like no same-sex relationships, whatever. But also, weirdly, they've also decided, oh, no moral dilemmas. Like, genuinely, I'm not fucking voting. Yes. Well, maybe not for the beta, there's not gonna be wipes, we'll see about that, but... We'll see if there are gonna be wipes for the beta or not. Probably not, I don't know. But they've also decided to not allow you to have moral decisions in games. So RPGs, basically, they've banned every single RPG in existence from being played in China, more or less. Well, they're not gonna get authorization for those RPGs. Either way, same fucking result. It's such a weird decision, really. Wow, every fucking spot is taken. Okay, no, not every spot. Well, I do find China in a weird position right now, really. Like, they grew to be very powerful and very wealthy as a result of having a more open economy. Deng Xiaoping and all the reforms he implemented. And now they're restricting. Maybe they feel it's worth it. Yeah. Well, the PRC is what it is, right? But I think they're considering, though I don't want to get political, because if I get political, I'm gonna say a lot of things that are gonna make a lot of people mad. But look, whether we believe their figures or not, they've clearly gotten a handle on the pandemic, whereas democracies were fucking around because of freedom. You know what freedom is? I'll tell you one thing. You know what freedom is? To say, oh, I'm not gonna get vaccinated and all that. Liberty and all that. The idea of freedom and all that, it's not about being a dickhead. It's about being a responsible person who can make those decisions on their own, right? That doesn't have to be forced at gunpoint by a government who tells him what is and what isn't wrong. Problem is, people are not using that freedom responsibly. Why does this relate to China? Well, China's looking at this and it's like, why should we give people freedom? Clearly, they're too stupid to use it properly in every country that does have it. And that's a fact. Some more than others. And you may hate that, but yeah. I live in a country where 30% of the population's got vaccinated. And it's fucking horrible. No. Freedom comes with responsibility. I'm reminded of that quote from 300. Freedom isn't free at all. It comes with the highest cost, the cost of blood. So yeah. Maybe Jefferson was right. Every generation needs to build its own revolution. Something like along those lines. Because they don't value what they've been given. They just take it for granted, like spoiled fucking kids that they are. Now, I'm not saying I'm an advocate for the kind of things that China is doing, but look at it from the Chinese perspective. They have a very large middle class right now. They have a bunch of people that are living far better than their parents are, or their grandparents and all that. Their standard of living has gone up substantially. It's like they've done it all in, yeah, a closed society which is now banning video games and moral dilemmas. And they're thinking to themselves, it's like all that shit about freedom, liberty, etc., not fucking worth it. The scary thing isn't what they're doing now. The scary thing is that what they're doing might become accepted on a world scale. What's back our event? We'll see. Common sense in school. Well, education starts at home, Scott. Education starts at home. I don't want to hear about education at schools. I've known so many people that have really good degrees, very intelligent people, and I think the last few years in particular have shown how much a good education can mean zilch. Oh, that's a spawn here. You know what, Lina, I do agree with that sentiment. I really do agree with it. To be fair, I'm actually more hopeful for the new generation. My generation, the current 30-year-olds, the 90s kids, yeah, not necessarily a lot of hopes. The ones that come after, the guys who are currently 20-year-olds, I don't know. I'm looking at them in a better light than my generation. Just saying. Oh, that was gold too. And of course, we didn't get him, sadly enough, but such as it is. Well, you shouldn't be scared because of that, to be honest with you. A country, you really don't want to see a country with no principles. It's better for one to have it. Boys and girls, that was Goltooth. Just use the launcher, install the client, and you can play. You don't need to do anything. You don't need a subscription or anything like that. Just get the client, download the client from the launcher to be able to play the beta. Nothing special. Are there multiple layers in the beta? Really? Well, Buzzard, yeah. I find the idea of corporate slavery to be, well, unrealistic, let's say. I think, if anything, the last few years have shown just how easily influenced these kind of corporations are by public opinion. I'm more worried about when it comes to corporations is that the public pressure on them can force them to, yeah. A shovel. How nice. You just do. It's open. You don't need anything special. It's an open public beta. I swear I don't want to take someone's spot. I really don't, but I feel like there's no other choice but to take someone's spot. Let the shovels roll. Someone gave it to me. It's a drop. I can drop from these guys. Become a kill stealer. What the fuck do you think I'm doing here? That guy's not even here. He's just... Well, I only need one candle and several gold dust. Nice mace. Yeah, I don't need dust, but doesn't necessarily have to be from here. There is another mine. There's spiders there, but there's also kobolds, I think. Spawn time is weird. It is so fucking bizarre, just like having people take every like spawn point and just literally waiting for them to come up. It's such a bizarro world experience. I wanna move. Give me something to kill. Come on. Why aren't they spawning? Too many people. Too few spawns. But thankfully you don't need to deal with them here. It is convenient, don't get me wrong. spawn rate here seems to be better than inside. Anyone want the shuffle? Bad drops from these guys. Well, now they're not spawning here. What the? So. Genuinely, the spawn rates just feel all over the damn place. Get more tunnelers. Well, the spawn rate here is nice. Like, genuinely, what? They're coming up one after another. Well, that rogue got it. Decent enough, I guess. I'll stick around here. Oh, lucky bastard. Oh, there's plenty, Derek, believe me. There's plenty. There's things he has going for him, don't get me wrong on that. Quite a few things. Drink up a bit. Stock market consolidation is one of the worst periods of the day. Not kidding. Damn it. That rogue fuck. There's people fishing. Fuck. Gonna say, as a person outside of Russia, there's things you may miss, that you may not realize. There's areas you may not realize where he benefits you from. Oh, okay. How can I play fresh? Get it from the launcher. There's probably no better spot. Oh, he finally fucking... No, he's not. What does he need to kill? Can't wear a fucking one-handed weapon. Good back. Right. Okay, one more. Do need bags. Give me them bags. Nothing kills WoW. Only WoW kills WoW. You know what the sad part is? It might actually be true. It might actually be fucking true. The only thing that's gonna kill WoW is itself. Final one? Is the last dust is finally gonna drop? I only won the RNG lottery. Okay, that's all sorted out.
Hello. Have a good one. What can I do for you?
Same goes with Blizzard, only they can kill themselves. Yeah, that's true. Is it? But some progress. So yeah,
Need help?
level
Greetings.
okay.
For the
And
Alliance.
so it shall be that there is a Crusader. Okay, action bar, hold on. What? Sorry guys, just a bit tired. Either way, we got some Murlocs to kill. Murlocs? They're all fucking dead. It's like Murlocs? What? There are no Murlocs here. They're all dead. What Murlocs do you expect to see here, boy? They're nothing but wicked fantasies created to scare the weak. Go in, swim in the lake. Nothing's gonna kill you. I promise. The lake is safe. Ask for respawn rate, please. Imagine Murlocs in that economy. What economy? The Murloc economy. Alright. I'm gonna stop right here. I'm tired. The spawn rate is fucking abysmal. And it's pretty late. So I am gonna log out and take a nice chilled pill and continue this tomorrow morning. Or whenever the hell I wake up. That's gonna be my strategy right now. We shall see where this leads. But Costin here, signing out. Don't forget to subscribe, like, and enable notifications. And stay tuned for more, ladies and gentlemen. I shall see you next time. Nah, not really, William. No noticeable stuff. But yeah, see you around.